We've been looking for some time at how our urgent care services work across East Riding, and we do need to improve those urgent care services. People would use these services if you had an urgent need, but it wasn't life-threatening. It isn't services that they could use their GP for, or that they could use the pharmacy for. So we have 6 minor injury units at the moment. They're open all different times, varying opening times, often shut because we don't have enough staff to reliably staff them. We think we can improve that, and it's our job to deliver the best possible services across East Riding. So what we want to do is consolidate and extend the day in fewer services. And we think that will be an improvement so that our patients will know when they do arrive at an urgent care centre, it will be open, they will be seen, it's a one-stop shop.
At the moment, when people do call an ambulance, they very often are taken to accident and emergency. Now, some of those people don't need to go to accident and emergency departments, but could be dealt with in another place like an urgent care centre. The options that we are considering in our consultation are to have 2 or 3 urgent care centres across the East Riding of Yorkshire. So you'd go to an urgent care centre if you didn't have a more serious complaint that required you to go to accident and emergency.
Over £2.5 million is spent a year on unnecessary journeys to the A&E department. If we have alternative care settings that are able to facilitate patients' care needs, then ultimately we can provide more ambulance resource in the more challenging areas such as the ruralities of the East Riding. So the development of urgent care centres actually allow us to refer patients into alternative care settings that are more suitable for their needs at that particular time, which also the knock-on effects prevents long waits within A&E, it prevents ambulances being tied up outside of the department, and it allows a patient to be seen and treated quicker. It's about delivering the right care for people and in the right place. It's all about patience. We're here to deliver a high quality service, and in order to do that we need to be able to respond appropriately to all patient needs.
What we really want is a more consistent service that people can access. So yes, that may be available in fewer locations, but you know that when you do go to the location you can get all of the services you need in one place. So they'll be open 16 hours a day, 365 days a year. So that means that people know where they'll be able to go to get the care that they need. They will have access to diagnostics, so they'll be able to do x-rays and blood tests. So if people have simple fractures, for example, they'll be able to go there and get that delivered.
People tell us, particularly the elderly, they want to remain as independent for as long as possible, and they want to stay at home as much as possible. So it's our job to help them to do that. We want them to have a quick discharge from hospital and get back into their environment as quickly and as safely as possible. We want to wrap care around them to do that in terms of better therapy support and social care support, be that in a residential care home setting for a short period of time, or indeed at home straight from hospital. At the moment there's a single model that we have across East Riding. It's a highly nursing led model in our community hospital beds, but what we're finding is that people need a much more focus on rehabilitation and reablement. There's going to be more therapy and social care support and reablement support both in care homes and in people's own homes.
I fell down as I was coming here, and I didn't think I needed an ambulance, but apparently I did, and they sent for one. They took me into Hull Royal, and I was in there about 5 weeks. The care in hospital was excellent. They couldn't have done any more for me. I went into the old vicarage at Skidby. I still needed a lot of help. The carers and that there was absolutely marvellous, because they sort of looked after you, but not in a, maybe it's the wrong word, patronising way. I've always had to do things for myself, so it took a lot of getting used to. But it was very good in there. Oh, 100% better to be there than in hospital, because there was there all the time. It was very hard being away from home, but that was more homely than anywhere I could think of. I don't want to be in hospital. I mean, I've even told them I don't want to go in hospital again. But if they said you have to go to the old vicarage, I'd think I was going home. I'd be all right going back in there.
Once you are medically fit, you're best not to be in an acute hospital setting. So when you're in a hospital bed, you're treated as a patient. You may stay in bed all day long. You might just get up to go to the toilet or get up for a meal. People over the age of 80, if they go into hospital and end up staying 10 days or more, when they come out, they may well have lost the equivalent of 10 years of muscle strength, and that takes an awful lot of getting back. When you're in a bed in the community, you're much more easily supported to maintain your activities of daily living. So that's the difference. It's about really trying to maintain your own independence and prevent deterioration really impacting on your lifestyle.
We believe that these initiatives will improve services substantially for a significant amount of our population. We're having a public consultation. It will last 12 weeks, beginning on the 25th of October, ending on the 17th of January, and I'd like to encourage everyone to partake in that.